morning. I'm a little bit late. 2 minutes late. Oopsies. Oof. I didn't sleep a ton, folks, today. I came back home. It was just about midnight. And now it's 6 a.m. And I'm dead. You're streaming and you're seeing on stream the last bit of who we raided yesterday. No, yesterday. On Sunday. We raided someone and it was our first time trying out someone who was not in cybersecurity. Someone who was in software development. It was okay. It's not that fun. We wanted to raid a few people but didn't have raid activated. It's like, come on, let me raid you, man. Or in this case, a lady. Boo, folks. A little bit tired. Welcome. Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Or is having a good weekend if you're still on Sunday night, excuse me. No one's on Saturday. Yeah, folks. Today we're going to take our revenge on other levels. On other levels. On levels that we were previously struggling with. We're going to go back to that idea. There's still a few things that we need to take care of. Oof. Hack the box. What you doing to us? Let me just see. No, we good. Oh, let's do it. Control F. Full screen. There we go. Nice. So vaccine, I think, is oopsie. There was vaccine. There was United. I think there was a few more that we were missing that we need to get through. I'm not sure if I should choose my folks. I'm your cyber doctor. I feel like it's been a while. I'm your cyber doctor. I stream every day, from 6 to 8 for 2 hours, and every work day. And what do I do? How do I introduce myself? And yeah, I think and yeah, I'm on a journey. I even forgot what I did. I'm on a journey to become a master hacker in 1,000 days. And oopsie. Did we give up on it? Okay, no. Unified and vaccine are kind of the shitty ones. I think the one that we wanted to finish was oopsie. Or did we not finish it? I think we did, but we didn't finish it. Oopsie, archetype, vaccine, united, included. So what was it that we wanted to do that we didn't succeed? That's what we'd never tried. Archetype, Windows, very easy. So my title might be a bit misleading for this stream. I don't think there's any revenge to be taken. Piece of cake. Archetype. I mean, we can do a Windows one. I said we do a Windows one, folks. We haven't done a Windows one ever? Or I think we did. Whatever. Let's see, folks. All right, let's check out our... Let's check out our thing here. Okay, we're connected, apparently. Then we can just start the machine. It takes a while, usually, on what is it called? On this thingy. On Hack the Box. Ooh, I can really feel the lack of sleep. It's usually a little bit smoother in my head. Alright, folks. So this is going to be a Windows one. I'm not sure how that differs from a Linux machine. Check my notifications. There's no one really online at 6:06 a.m. People in Spain are not generally early risers. Like early in Spain, like if you wake up at 7, it's already pretty damn early. Like let's do a quick search. What's early in Spain? Temprano. That's not what I asked. What do people consider early in Spain? To be early? All shops and museums are usually open around 10, but cafes usually, all offices open earlier, so street, oh, that's interesting. To a day starting at 7 to 8 a.m., with 8 a.m. being a common, preferably acceptable time for breakfast, work, or beginning daily activities. Yeah. Alright, how about in the USA? Let's see the difference with a lot of you folks. I know you come from the USA. It is the period before 7 or 8. It's kind of confusing. Time of the day, waking up before 6 or 7 is generally considered early. Yeah. Often linked to productivity and cultural norms, valuating an early start. Not valuating. Calendar year, January, February, and March considered to be early part of the year. Considered early. And linked to productivity. Vamos, folks. Productivity. Alright, archetype. We got it, folks. Alright. So, I'm not sure how a Windows box differs from... Alright, this is kind of buggy. Maybe a restart is in order after this. So we'll do it. We'll restart after this. We won't forget, right? Alright, so we have, can we ping it, first of all? Just making sure the connection is okay. Ping this. Don't look too okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, destination host unreachable. Alright, good that we pinged and that we didn't lose our mind over this. 72 is online, 0 players. Okay. Well, that's not what we enjoy. Should we just disconnect and connect again? EU4. Is this gonna work? It says EU4. Oh, it's really raining. EU4. Are we there? We're on starting point 2. Or in the US. Oh la la. US starting point 2. Let me see. Do a starting point, whatever. I'll just download the file again. Yeah, download VPN. Alright, so starting points US. Let's do it. We're connected to the VPN, folks. Control C. Config downloads. Starting points US. Sorry, OBN. What? Vamos. Is it the 1 or is it 2 that we have? I think it might be 2. Ah, no, it's number 2. It's number 2. Alright. The same, but 2. Boom. Folks, this is going to be our last stream for a little bit. We're not going to stream until Friday. I have a big work trip I need to get to. So, yeah, won't be able to stream, unfortunately. But I will be missing you from my heart. Alright, look at this. First challenge solved. We found it. Alright. So let's nmap it. Nmap this SVSC V for verbose, folks. Alright, we want a little bit of stuff. So we discovered already 4 ports. So we have 119. What TCP post is hosting a database server? Oh. Discovered ports. Open. Oh, there's this one. I think it's 1433 for some reason. Oh, there's a 3 there. So it ends in 3. So 1433 is the service. 1433. Is it 33? Yay, we owned it. What is the name of the non-administrative available over SMB? What is the name of non-administrative share over SMB? I'm not sure. I've heard about SMB before. I know it's not small and medium businesses. Web 2 archetype. Oh yeah, no, we don't want that. We don't want the answer. All right, so what is the name of the non-administrative share available over SMB? The non-administrative share available over SMB. What does that mean? Non-administrative share. Non-administrative share available over SMB. Oh, it's cold. What is the name of the non-available share available over SMB? What does that mean? Non-available, not administrative. Non-administrative share SMB. Let's search that. Whoopsies. SMB. Gemini is here to help. Compartir los recursos sensibles implica configurar permisos de archivos y carpetas non del sistema. Alright, create SMB share as not serverfaults.com. This will be in English. Is it possible to create network shares as non-admin? It is not supported to delegate this permission, however, it may be possible by heavily modifying the registry, but I would not recommend that. Okay, what was our question again? What are the name of the non-administrative share available over SMB? We'll go back there. Qu'est-ce la SMB? All right, let's just quickly look. SMB is a protocol of communication between a client and a server, utilized mainly in Windows networks to share files, printers, ports, and communication in this process. It helps users access resources over remote networks as if they were local. Nice. So it's kind of like need some help with. It's kind of like a FTP in a way. I said in the title, I'm struggling to get users signed to SMB share and constantly get the access denied. Practice, I just add the built-in users group with basic modified permissions, username and password, and I'm in. No dice. Damn. Bro didn't get much help, huh? True Nas. Oh, my star. Okay. Okay, we have a few ports available. You can finish that scan. I'm not sure what's going on. All right, we did that. So we found this one was the most interesting. 1433. Too bad we didn't get a version or anything. SVSC we did put there, but we didn't get a version. I'm surprised, or SV is version and SC, I forgot what it is. What is SC, folks? SC. SMB port, admin share, red canary, thread report. Oof. Nice. Why do adversaries abuse SMB Windows admin shares? Admin shares are enabled by default to allow administrators and software to remotely. Damn it, Scott. These shares give adversaries the ability to stage payloads for execution, move laterally through a network, and elevate their privilege level, as is often the case with legitimate operating systems. Beginning benign SMB and Windows admin share activity is being a network, and so adversary action is often blended with routine software administrative behavior. Common shares include admin. How do adversaries abuse SMB Windows admin share? One of the most common ways adversaries leverage SMB and Windows admin shares is conjunction with another technique. T1570 lateral tool transfer. In other words, they move payloads from one endpoint to another and execute them. Adversaries do this with native utilities like net.exe or through functionality provided by command and control frameworks, C2 frameworks. Just to name a couple of the many options available. Additionally, adversaries can use admin shares for privilege escalation using tools like PSEXE, a sys-internals tool that enables remote system management. Okay, folks, does that make more sense to you? Like, apparently to exploit SMB, you need to leverage native tools. So usually what's happening now, I'm just going to ChatGPT this, folks. I don't want to look for the answer forever. And perhaps it can give us a bit more background information after. All right, folks. Let's see it. Just type in the question. What is the name of SMB? Let's see what happens. The non-administrative default share over SMB is IPC. IPC for inter-process communication is used for things like name pipes and remote procedures and is accessible without administrative file access, unlike shares such as C, admin, etc., which require admin privileges. Okay. I don't think it's that because there's not enough space. IPC $. What is the name of the non-administrative share available over SMB? How do I port scan an SMB port? I think I need to understand a bit something. Typically, T is scan 445. This is not it. And map SVSC. I can do this, maybe port this, and then we'll focus on this one a little bit further. Because I feel like we're still missing a bit of information there. Port 1433. And map. We're just going to do port P. Which one are we going to do? 1433. Scanning one service. Okay, so you did one address in 9 seconds. Okay, we're seeing the versions here. We have the information. All right, port 1433 is open. Okay, good. We have this SSL certificate. We have the issuer command name. Public key type, okay, is RSA. When the bits is pretty high, so that's good. Well, that's good for the defender. Not that good for us. Signature algorithm, okay. Not valid before 2023-01. Damn. Not valid after 2023-01-26 time. Oh well, so the algorithm changes every second, the signature. MD5 is this, SHA-1 is this, SHA-356 is this, 256. All right, so name, archetype, NetBIOS archetype, NetBIOS computer name, archetype, DNS name, the archetype. Oh, archetype I think is it's the name of the box. Okay. Port is this. I'm not sure what our thing is here. What is the name of the non-administrative share over SMB? Available over SMB. What is the name of the... Hey, Cyberdoctrina. Ooh. Hello. Good to see you. What is the name of the non-administrative share over SMB? Cyberdoctrina. It's been a while. How you been? How you been? How was your weekend? MOC setup. One sec. I closed something I shouldn't have closed. Good. Nice. You came on a quiet Monday morning. It's nice and chill here. Nice and peaceful. All right, Twitch chats, no multi-chat. One sec. And here, oh no. No. Okay. Oh man, I deleted my. Oh, I think I had a dream lately that I had YouTube chats, like a lot of them. All right. Well, I don't know. I did something wrong and I closed the multi-stream. Nice. Well, good to see you, Doctor Cyber Doctrina. We're doing a box that we haven't done before. I said we're taking revenge, but I think I forgot that we didn't. I may have forgotten that we took out care of all the things we need to get revenge on. So now we're back to doing a new box, and this one is on Windows. And Windows is kind of different, but kind of not really. So far, it feels pretty similar. Just that we are. Yeah, we're. Oh. SMB show T server, maybe. Oh wow, Cyber Doctrina. Damn, you show a level I didn't know you had achieved. Damn, SMB admin show. This is for Linux. Well, can I try maybe? SMB ADM. Yeah, it doesn't sound too good. Show shares T server. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So we're trying to see. Yeah, exactly. We're trying to do this. Non-administrator or variable over SMB. Can I scan the port to get an answer to the first question? We're gonna waste all of our tokens quite fast. TCP open, Microsoft DS. Yes, but only indirectly. A port scan alone will not tell you the name of a share like IPC. It can only tell you that SMB is available. Here's how it relates to your first question. What a port scan can tell you? If you scan and see 445 TCP open Microsoft DS, that confirms SMB is running. Therefore, default shares including IPC almost certainly exist. Okay. Stop being focused on IPC. But what do you need to see is IPC $. You must do SMB enumeration, not just port scanning. Okay. SMB client L target N. Perfect, no? All right, let's see SMB client. Let's do it. SMB client. Oh. And then our target. I'm not sure what these double slashes do. I've never seen it before. What's our IP address? Chevy? Do we have it saved here? No. We're not going to paste the question. All right. What is our IP address? It's this one that we need to hack, break into. Target and then capital letter N. Let's see. What do you think, Cyber Doctrina? Is it going to work? SMB client L. It's going to list out stuff. Ooh, okay. Admin. Backups. To be honest, I don't know. You're not really into Windows? Or what? Because damn, like that comment you made made me think like, oh wow, they seem to manage quite well Linux. All right, do IPC. I think it's backups given the size of it. Yeah, and the fact that it ends with an S, backups. Okay, so nice, well done, cool. Yeah. So backups. Okay, so SMB client gave us. How come we had to add two of those? This is confusing to me. I don't usually see this in Windows, in boxes in general. You don't have to put double slash to get something, right? I don't know what's up with that. And then N SMB client. Let's search for man SMB client. Is that gonna work? Yeah, it is. SMB client is SFTP-like client to access SMB CIFS structures resources on servers. Okay, that's FTP-like. Okay, nice. Cool. This tool is part of the Samba DJ 7 suite. SMB client is a client that can talk to an SMB over server. Okay. It offers an interactive similar to what the FTP program. Okay, cool. So we got it right. It's kind of like SMS. It's like kind of like FTP. Operations include things like getting files from the server onto the local machine, putting files from the local machine to the server, retrieving directories information from the server, and so on. Okay. What is the password identified in the file on the SMB share? Okay. So we're going to have to kind of connect a bit to... We can quit, huh? Well, I use my notes. I only have 3 years of experience in cybersecurity on a gray ship, so my skills are limited. Well, that's nice. 3 years is quite a bit, huh, in cybersecurity. We consider that our field is kind of new, right? Still. And what do you do in cybersecurity? More of an analyst? Penetration tester? What's your profile? I use my notes. I only have 3 years of cybersecurity on a gray ship, and I'm also curious what a gray ship is. On a gray ship. I think we can keep it here. So we need to find a password identified on the SMB in the file on the SMB share. Where's the password identified on the file on the SMB share? Okay, so we need to look for files. Let's search this through Google. Using how to retrieve files from SMB from Linux. Network file share, sub SMB easy. Okay, this one looks pretty good. How can I access files of an SMB share if I have the IP address? Having the IP address under Linux, how can I ask SMB file when I type for SMB this? I get an error message. This will list all the share in SMB service. Ah, okay. Well, you would think so, but I did all the stuff: infosec, opsec, penetration, all the network, radar, etc. Wow. All the information, radar, etc. So you're very much a overall kind of expert, no? In cybersecurity, you just know a lot about a lot of stuff. Yeah, to a point where it's too much. Oh yeah, but how did that happen? Are you at a job, and I'm gonna guess you're at a job at a small company, and you have to do a lot of stuff at the same time. You have to do kind of, you're the one. I don't specialize too much, and you're kind of the person that does everything. How did that happen? Hired for the Danish Navy. I like Denmark. I like Denmark. You work for the Danish Navy. Okay, so you do all kinds of stuff. Well, that sounds like a killer job. No? I'm curious. The Danish Navy must have a little bit of different skills, no? For Danish Navy. And when you mean the Navy, it's probably military related, no? I realize I ask a lot of questions. Twitch chat. Just wanted to see. That's a gray line. That's a gray line. What's a gray line? I need a definition of gray line. Define gray line. Is it kind of like a blurred line? The gray line of Terminator, the movie, narrow atmospheric band of twilight separating illuminating day side from the dark side of Earth. It is significant in radio communication. Ah, it's something I cannot talk about. Okay, so you said gray line. OPSEC. I'll specialize in working data. That's a gray line. Okay. That's pretty badass to say something's a gray line. It's like I can't talk about that. Okay. Huh. 3 years and you're working in the Navy. That's really cool. Man, I think working in military settings is super interesting. Right? But maybe what's not a gray line is, do you like your job? It's because I don't know your true identity. You could be anyone working in the Danish Navy. You don't work there anymore. Oh no. So what do you do now? I did that for 3 years though. Well, that probably taught you a lot. I think coming out of the military in cybersecurity, you get a pretty cool CV to show to your next employer. All right, if you have the IP, we can do SMB client NL, your target IP. Okay, let's do it. Feel like we kind of did that. SMB LN and then the IP. Boom. Okay, not enough characters in this. Oh, okay. So let's learn how to use SMB client. Help usage, message host, IP address. Okay, so maybe you can include one of these actually. Maybe we can do this in backups. I'm not sure. We have file, authentication file. Password. Use Windows cache. Maybe we can search SMB client man. Study, yeah. Also now you're studying. I did this for 3 study. Well, the share name was right there. Oh yeah, the shell name was right there. SMB share. I'm sorry, I don't get you. Backups or yeah, we got the share name. It was backups. So we got backups, and now our next question is the following. What is the password identified on the file on the SMB share? So my guess is that we have to, oh my bad, it's all good. My guess is that we have to now retrieve the files onto the disk, onto the I was gonna say S3, but SMB instance. Oof, I'm getting hungry. I usually eat before streams, but today I didn't. All right, Cyber Doctrina, where are we gonna communicate with SMB? Not enough slash characters. So slash characters are pretty important. Manual SMB client. Uso, all right, I'm not gonna, well, I'm tired of this Spanish thingy. English. SMB client is a client that can talk to an SMB CIFS server. It offers an instance interface similar to that of the SVP program. Okay, we get that. Oof, holy moly. I could not hope for a better tutorial, for a better display. Maybe we can make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Our SMB client is an FTP-like client to access SMB CIFS resources on server. Let's do as part of this. What is a synopsis? Synopsis is a word that we see a lot. I never really know what it means. Define. Oh, look. It seems like we've searched for it before. A brief summary or general survey of something. Okay. Okay, that's a nice and, and brief summary. Oof. Excuse me. Ah. And so, if I may ask, Cyberdoctrina, where does your name come from, Cyberdoctrina? Do you have access to the server share? I would guess so. It's Latin. Oh, I think you told me this before. Cyber, I get it. Doctrina. Doctrine? Doctrina. Translation from Latin. The answer, YouTube Shorts. I'm just gonna watch it on my own. I'm not gonna share it. Just gonna watch it.
CTF or penetration test. If you ever gain access to an SMB share, you may find that you want to have a local.
Ah, okay. So Cyberdoctrina is sharing with us the answer for this. Okay, cool. Thank you. How am I gonna share this? I'm gonna take it there. Oof.
Doing a CTF or penetration test.
Mode on this.
If you ever.
Oh, it's loud too. I'm gonna lower it a bit. Paste it there, and I'm gonna share right screen. All right, nice. Let's go.
During a CTF or penetration test, if you ever gain access to an SMB share, you may find that you want to have a local copy of the directories and files on that share for quicker traversal and analysis. One way you could accomplish this is with recursive downloads using SMB client. Say you have access to a share called profiles. The first thing I would want to do is create a local directory for the downloads of those profiles on the SMB share. So on my
Okay, so what he's doing is SME client doing this. For me, this double slash is kind of confusing. Okay, so SME client 10, 10, 10, or the whatever. Profiles you support. I'm not sure what the U is.
My Kali machine, I would do something like make dir profile share and then cd into that share to download what's in that profile share on the SMB server. Once we're in our newly created directory, we can then run SMB client, specify the IP address of the SMB. Once we're in our newly created directory, we can then run SMB share. So on my Kali machine, I would do something like make dir profile share and then cd into that share to download what's in that profile share on the SMB.
Okay, I see. So let's first go into the folder where we want to download it. I thank you for that, huh? The answer is the path. It's a folder. Well, I just kind of wanted to remember. Doctrine. Nice. Cyber Doctrine. Nice. It's really cool. It's funny how our names are similar. Cool. All right. With this said, let's clear. And we'll start with what the bro said. SMB client. And then we're going to double slash R. Oh, no, we're going to get into wherever we want it to get. So what is this box called? It's called archetype. mkdir archetype. cd into archetype. And then what do we do here? We do, if we cd into it, what else do we want to do? I don't think we could. We can just download the file now. Let's go back to the YouTube short. Control F.
Server. Once we're in our newly created directory, we can then run SMB client, specify the IP address of the SMB server, and then the share, and then use a -U for the user we're connecting as.
Okay, we don't know who the user is. You can just SMB client this and then see what happens. Control F, SMB client / our IP address. Synopsis is not our IP address. Boom. SMB client this. I'll just see what happens into this. Okay, not enough slash characters. Ooh, yes. We need to put backups, I think. Slash backups. Password for grow group Kali. SMB ls. Okay, we have something. You need a director. What share do you want? The reason I went for this share is because it says what is named the non-administrative share over SMB. So I mean the thing kind of looks ugly, yeah, being this size. You can't see jack. You can't see anything. Maybe I can make this on the right and this on the left. It's pretty good. This can be a little bit bigger. All right. So this is the reason why I went for backups is because of this. It's non-administrative share over SMB. What is the password identified for the share file? So let's do ls again. Okay, this is a lot cleaner. What share do you want? So what we want right now is a password. What is the password identified in the file on the SMB share? Prod T. Can I? And then the dude maybe is gonna explain it. We're gonna go one more time to the directory. To YouTube short to see how bro got to then download it onto his computer.
And then to set up recursive downloads, we want to do a recurse on, a prompt off, and then we can download everything with an mget star, which will download every single file and directory that's in this profile share. Once that completes, we can exit SMB client and then
mget star. Let's do it. Mget star. Yes. Okay, we got it on locally. Automod, smart detection. Nice. There's a stream boot person. What share do you want? So the share that I want is backups. Oh, I think I answered that. File production. Size 609 as production discount. Okay, so I guess for now we can disconnect and just ls archetype, no? We probably have a something. Yeah, okay. Cat prod is config. Okay, are we gonna find a password here? Password, yes we are. Megacorp. Okay, paste it. Yes, amazing, nice. We found a password. Okay, so configurable source is equal to password, ID is equal to archetype, SQL. Nice, indeed, noise. So user is equal archetype. Maybe we can SMB client and do new things now. We found the different things. How did we do it before? We did SMB client /n our IP address. No. If you have access, ooh, something wise is going to come up. Oh, right. I'm just trying to do what ChatGPT told us earlier. No, that doesn't work. Not enough characters in the service. Told us to do earlier, which was L and target. Okay, so it was the other way around. Have you ever used Hacker GPT? Never. Wow. Never. Hacker GPT. Let me search for it. Let's make this big again. Wow, I'm really struggling with not eating breakfast. I didn't think I would this much. Hacker GPT. Light AI-powered OSINT encoding tool. Oh, nice. Why do you think it's better than Chat? Well, what's wrong? I have some issues with ChatGPT, of course, but what do you identify as the main issue that exists with using a tool like ChatGPT or even Claude or other product? HackerGPT.org. Well, there's a few of them, huh? Which one is the one you usually use as well? Chat don't know it's wrong. It's not like chat. Chat don't know it's wrong. Not regulated enough. Not regulated enough. De la herramienta de inteligencia artificial para hackers. Hacker GPT, la herramienta favorita de los pentesters. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to tell me that this is the good... Whatever, I'm getting angry for no reason. Not regulated enough. I don't want to continue with Google. What the fuck is this? It says privacy. I don't know, you're a hacker? Who's going to log in with Google? HackerGPT.org. Start learning. Oh, I think I've been here before, actually. Hacker binary, Hacker GPT, scanning tools, web scans, crypto analysis. Damn. There's an onion version also. I'm pretty down for onion in there. Best practice. So what do you recommend for someone who's a newbie like me, Cyberdoctrina? Oh, what the fuck? Is this from before? This is from before. Close this. Okay. So we have different things. Maybe we can connect to admin now that we have a password. But I'm moving on Cyberdoctrina, but I would be very interested if you could tell us what do you recommend a newbie like me to do? To do if with using Hacker GPT. Okay, Megacorp. Okay, so we can do. I think the username is also archetype. So just that we have it all archetype at. Wait, no. To me, client. How do you do it when you have a password? Service name, password required to access specified service file server. I think you just need the IP address here. Well, it's pretty well known you need to start doing CTF where time is the key. Yeah, probably. I don't know if I'll get to that competitive sphere yet. I think my level's pretty meh. And I don't know. I don't know if I perform too well under time pressure. But I think if it could help me, I think I'm more of a more complex problems taken to a slower approach kind of person. What are you doing? TMB hack the box. Tend to do TMB hack the box. We did a few. We did a lot of over the wire. We finished Bandit. We're quite a long way across Natas, but we stopped for the moment being. And what else did we do? Yeah, we did we learned how to code on Python. Yeah, we did a couple cool things. And yeah, Pico CTF. We did a few of those as well, every now and then. So our archetype is this SMB client. We should maybe do the IP address again. Okay. Oh. Hold on, maybe we can go back to bro on the from this.
Run tree to examine the directory. Once we're in our newly created directory.
So okay, so it went here, profiles, you support at Blackfield local.
We can then run SMB client, specify the IP address of the SMB server, and then the share, and then use a -U for the user we're connecting as.
Okay. So I kind of get you get the user, and then what's at Blackfield at local? Oh, I don't get that. You got the right start if you got the right start if you ask me. Okay. Well, good to know. When you start doing CTF, where time is key. Oh, thank you very much. You got the right start. Nice. Nice. I don't know if we ever want to be competitive on this kind of thing. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for the video. Is it possible to automate the transfer of pictures from Android to the net drive? Damn. Okay. So support at Blackfield.local. So the thing is, I don't get is user for us is just what is it called? It's just admin, no? Or maybe we should read a little bit more about the output that this gave us over here. And so, what's your? I'm interested in your path, Cyber Doctrina. If you worked in the Danish Navy, okay, I'm gonna close this. This is from a previous level. Worked in the Danish Navy, and yeah, and you've quit, and you're no longer part of it. What are you up to these days? Always try to default for SMB. Ooh, I like it. So what does that mean? Always try to default for SMB. I'm bombarding you with questions here. Elf 10 129 115. I did the Danish cyber training when I joined an army. When I am now studying data knitter med specialize. Okay, it's in it's in Danish. I was like, wait, I don't get that. Never specialized and cybersecurity. Okay, it's Danish. Yeah. Can't translate it really. All right, data knitter med specialized e cyber seeker head herd head. Okay, I'm trying to guess a bit with the languages that I know. None of them really are close to Danish, I think. Close. Okay, so I got it pretty close. I mean, I understand cybersecurity at the end. I think it's cybersecurity. Data knitter med speciale. Okay, so it's about data. IT technician specialized in cybersecurity. Ah, nice. So cool. Wow, 3 years. And so, what are you gonna do afterwards? What are you gonna do now? Do you have an idea? All right, SMB client L10 129 115 39. This gives us all the. Okay. So. Okay, let's look again at this. During package name, configuration, property, configured value, data source equal to password this, ID archetype, catalog persist security informed true, auto translate false. Okay. Want to be a private PI, private investigator. Ooh. Okay, wow, damn. Well, I think there's work in that. Private investigator. Are you going to use your cyber skills at all? Are you thinking your private investigator job? Yes, the site is in English. General Hawkins, it's sick. Oof, just, okay. Whoa. Campfire Security, a platform for cybersecurity exercises. Challenges. Ooh, nice. I like that. It's a cool platform. Too bad I need to log in. Ugh. Virtualized cybersecurity training. I'll check it out. Let me just save it here. I'll save it here. I need to organize my tabs. There's a bit of stuff I need to do. Maybe I'll take my computer to the work trip and improve a bit some stuff. Do it. It's not online for long though. What makes you say that? Nice. Makes it super dark. I love this theme. Folks, there's an extension called Dark Reader. Really good. Save. There's so much I need to do. I need to organize all these stuff into nice, clean stuff, and probably create a better roadmap of what we want to do. Good too. Yeah, what makes you say that it's not online for long? Cyber Doctrino. Okay, SME client L. So, folks, just to give you a bit of background on what we're up to with Cyber Doctrino and the rest of the folks, we're hacking Archetype, which is very easy on Windows. Now we know what very easy means. It's relative. So we connected to a Windows machine. We found that a port was open. Then we found that we could list out the different things that were on this port. Then we found backups, which can be done without needing to have a password. And now we found the password for it because we looked for a specific file. And this took us just about an hour. Someone paid them to make it online. It's going to be open under new child domain. Oh, nice. Someone paid them to make it online. Nice. Cool. Cool, folks. So we have this, and now we're gonna need to get into this to log in as the user, because we got the credentials. Megacorp123 is the password. However, ID is equal to archetype. Archetype. So we need to log in as archetype, I think. SQL SV SVC. Initial catalog is equal to catalog provider is equal to SQL NCLI 10.1. Okay. No clue, folks. Because look, Cyber Doctrino sent us the following. A YouTube short here.
And then to set up recursive download.
And the thing is, here it's this SMB client profiles. We can definitely do that. Use support. We can do that. This is going to be admin or archetype. And maybe it's admin at archetype. Well, let's try this. Let's do it. All right. So SMB client. One, two, three. We can delete that. We can delete all the other options. Slash. Add the. Oh, we didn't slash. 3.9 slash ADMIN $. It's a Win server, right? So it's using a domain server. They have an .local admin. They have a .local admin, right? I have no clue. I don't know whether they have a local admin. Do you have an idea of how we can check if there is one of those? Admin min at archetype. Tree connect fail. SNE status access denied. I'm gonna look for username here. Is there a username? Password. Generate bad package. Do you have I can just do domain? Wait, how? Like this and then domain? I can't just type domain, no? Or can I? How do I run this? 10.129. Wow, it's been 100 days, folks. And sometimes I feel like it's almost been 100 days. Like we can grow wings and were amazing, and other days I'm like, what the fuck is this? And why am I not getting it? It's super simple. It's just a few commands on SMB. But yeah, I guess it's hacking, right? You feel good about something, and then you get brought down because you don't know the specific area. It's constantly humbling you. And I don't think this feeling ever goes away. Admin at archetype. If it's a Win environment, there's a domain server running, so it's the .local domain. So I should do the same, but .local. Tree connect fail. .local. So just has a .local archetype. Look at the short. Okay. Start over.
During a CTF or penetration test, if you ever gain access to an SMB share, you may find that you want to have a local copy of the directories and files on that share for quicker traversal and analysis. One way you could accomplish this is with recursive downloads using SMB client. Say you have access to a share called profiles. The first thing I would want to do is create a local directory for the downloads of those profiles on the SMB share. So on my Kali machine, I would do something like make dir profile share and then cd into that share to download what's in that profile share on the SMB server. Once we're in our newly created directory, we can then run SMB client, specify the IP address of the SMB server, and then the share, and then use a -U for the user we're connecting as. And then to set up recursive downloads, we want to do a recurse on, a prompt off, and then we can download everything with an mget star, which will download every single file and directory that's in this profile share. Once that completes, we can exit SMB client and then run tree to examine the directory hierarchy of every single folder and file that was downloaded. In our case here, we just have a bunch of empty directories of what looks like different user accounts. During a CTF or penetration test, if you ever gain access to an SMB share, you may find that you want to have a local copy of the directories and files on that share for quicker traversal and analysis. One way you could accomplish this is with recursive downloads using SMB client. Say you have access to a share called profiles. The first thing I would want to do is create a local directory for the downloads of those profiles on the SMB share. So on my Kali machine, I would do something like make dir profile share.
Exactly. Because I think so. Support a black field. .local. Do you think we should do the same thing? So I thought that you using just the IP was wrong. Yeah, we need to specify user, right? But I'm not sure if it's admin. If we look here, user actually. User ID is equal to archetype. Maybe it's case sensitive. It's actually archetype, not admin. Archetype. Status denied. Let's try without local. Oh, we didn't put U. We didn't put U, folks. Okay, password for archetype local. Okay, so it's megacorp, right? Control C, Control Shift V, enter. Okay, local denied. Okay, that's the right password. We know that. How about if we do it without local? No, doesn't work either. Maybe it's not meant to be admin. It's the domain archetype. So you like archetype as a domain, right? It's a domain archetype. It's a domain archetype. What is the password identified in the file on the SMB share? Megacorp123. What is the password identified in the file on the SMB server? Okay, Megacorp. Oh. Wait, did we not even read it? We didn't even read the next question. All right. What script from Impact Collection can be used in order to establish an unauthenticated connection to a Microsoft SQL server? Okay, so maybe the password is not for that. If it's a Win environment, there is a domain running there. You should use a user from that domain. I think we tried. And look, we know how the syntax works, but it makes so much sense. Yeah. Maybe I lost you a bit on that one. I could have guided you better. I just kind of wanted to see, out of curiosity, like, oh, since we have a password, can we now do this? And I was so stuck in this task, I thought it was the question, but no. What script from Impact collection can be used in order to establish an authenticated connection to a Microsoft SQL server? Right, I'm not gonna spend too long on this. All right, let's see. The packet script used to establish a connection to Microsoft SQL Server is MS. Okay. Establish an authenticated connection to a Microsoft SQL Server is Microsoft SQL Client.py, Microsoft.qnpy, domain, user, password at target. Ah, nice. We can just do that. Okay, let's see it. MS SQL client.py. Let's see. Domain is definitely archetype, right? Slash username. User, and that is 1000% archetype. And then colon, password. What is our password here? Our password is over here. Is it still copied? No. And then we put the IP address. At target. Okay. At, and then the target is this. All right, folks. I have no clue this is going to work. Probably not. Command not found. Yeah. Do I need to install it? All right, we can just put in this, for instance, for now into this question. Boom, submit task. Should be good. All right, an extension stored procedure of Microsoft SQL can be used in order to spawn a Windows command shell. Okay, so let's first get into it and then we'll figure it out, okay? I think we can get in from here. Okay, so let's see here. This. My SQL client, Windows auth. Maybe it's Windows auth. The packet loss excuse authentication Microsoft server is okay. Domain or with Windows authentication. We can try this one maybe. MSS, but the thing it didn't even find this. We need to somehow install it or something. We can do find everywhere. Name is this. Okay, maybe we should do Control C, 2 /dev /null. That's our own machine. Cyberlectrina, I'll be back in like 7-8 minutes. It's like a cutoff at the left. I need to go. I need to take a quick break, and I'll be back in like 7 minutes. Be right back. We're back, folks. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for hanging around. Hello, Lily. So you're cut off at the left. All right, folks. We're back. What are we doing? MSQL and PY. Okay, I think we might need to install that stuff. You can make the terminal more visible. It's like a cutoff on the left. Oh yeah, you can't. What the fudge? There's a whole cutoff of the whole thing. Thank you for sharing. Oh, it's because we have right screen. Delete right screen. There we go. All right, we need to install this. So, did we find it somewhere? We did. Look at this. Well, let's go into it. Control-Shift-C, Control-Shift-V. We're going to CD into that thing. CD. All right, let's see it. Can we cat it? Cat MSS QL client. Yeah. All right. If password is equal to username. Okay, it's quite a long one. Import syslog. Okay, let's run it. All right, folks, let's go. MSS QL client.py Windows AUTH auth and domain. No. All right, what MSQL client does: authenticate MSQL server, TCP 1433 by default, supports SQL authentication, provide an interactive SQL shell. Oh, nice. Windows auth domain / user. What is a domain? Is it must be the name of a folder? No. What was it? Must be archetype. Must be that, no? Archetype. Archetype, and then what is our, okay, let's look here. Domain / user at target. Okay, the user we know, right? User is it archetype? Actually, I don't really know. We know the password, we don't really know the user. Wait, I remember archetype. I think it's archetype. We saw it in the files over there. We saw it in the files over there. It is over here. User ID is equal to archetype, all caps. Maybe there's more. I'm searching if there's more information that we might need. Connection, destination, properties, source value, persist security string. All right, archetype at the password. I think it might be all caps here. I'm not sure if the domain is in all caps. I think it's not, but let's try it this way. And our password is something on Megacorp. Megacorp 123. Okay, command not found. Still not, even though we're in the folder. Should I Python it? Let's read it with a Python. We've spent a bit of time learning Python. I think it's time we use our knowledge. Should be case sensitive. It should not be case sensitive. Only password. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. Let's read the Python code quickly. What it does. I think it's pretty good practice. All right. Copyright. Sure. From in-packet examples, import logger. From in-packets example, MSQL shell, import SQL shell. Okay. if name is equal to main. Okay, parser add argument, debug, store true, help debug output on. Commands to execute in the SQL. Okay, so here's what it does. Authentication default. False. Parser.add argument. Debug action store true. Turn debug output on. Okay, so this is debug. TS action store adds timestamp to every logging output. Parser.add argument show action store true. Help show the queries. Parser.add argument. Parser.add argument. Okay. Group is equal to parser argument group. Well, I don't know, folks. I don't know. That's the thing. We just talked about it. Cyber Doctrina. It feels like you have control over it, and then you get hit in the face. Pretty sure you're still facing it, even though you have 3 years of experience. Okay, how's this not found? How's this not found? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT about this. I want to run MSQL client.py. I am in the folder that contains this file. Yet when I type the below command, it tells me that the command does not exist. Dude, you're very close. This is a simple but common issue. 3 years is nothing, to be honest. Yeah, it's a very dynamic space. 3 years is nothing, yeah. I've been in it for over 4 years now, huh? I've been in cybersecurity for over 4 years, and it still feels like I know nothing. I mean, if I still explain it to my mom and stuff, it's still like I know a bit more than her, or than my dad that works in IT, even I feel at times. Although, probably has an edge on other things. Oh. What the fudge? I made a... Really? That's why? Client instead of client? Oh my god. Client. If it's that, I'm... Okay, there it is. Okay, still comment is not... command is not found, so there's something else to it. We need to do the execution thingy. Okay. Got it. ./ is for executing stuff, folks. Now it's executing, and the password... I just gave you the password. Is that the Kali password? What do you do for work? Yeah, of course. I work in cybersecurity insurance, Cyber Doctrina, and so amongst the countries that I manage yours, which is Denmark. So we sell cybersecurity policies to large companies. Like, hey, you should buy our capacity, and our capacity basically means our ability to pay. So a company will say, hey, we need 100 million coverage, 100 million euros, for instance, or 100 million DKK, Danish crowns. And I think about 100 million Danish crowns is like 9 million euros, or around 10 million euros. And so maybe you'll want to have one insurer, or maybe you'll want to have 2 insurers that are taking this 10 million. So one will pay the first 5 million, the other one will pay the other 5 million. And so I am one of the folks that works on behalf of the insurer and just decides, oh, okay, you can get this capacity at this price and with these conditions. So this you can have, this you can't have as a coverage. And it's all about positioning your offer in the best way possible to fit the client needs and what you're able to do as a company, right? Because you could insure everything for everyone, but then you would have to pay out all that money all the time. So that's pretty useless. So my job is just to find the right balance between taking the right risk and at the right price. So I have to do a bit of risk analysis, like looking at questionnaires and stuff like this, and deciding on stuff, and deciding on what we cover, what we don't, and then, yeah, issue policies. That's what I do. That's what I do. All right, user shared doc Python 3 examples. Okay, we're here. I see. That seems kind of interesting. Yeah, it is. There's not a lot of us doing it. And most of the folks doing it are mostly insurance folks. Like, there's very few people that are there. I think there's one person, maybe two with me, that are doing my job and are really into cybersecurity more than insurance. Does that make sense? Usually it's insurance folks converting to cybersecurity, but there's only two people that are originally from cybersecurity, I think, that are converting to insurance. I think there's only two of us. Who else could it be? There's the third one. There's this person, but this person works in as a tech support. I think there's only two of us. All right. What was our issue here? Password, that didn't work. Host, port, family, type. Okay, we didn't. It will default to this. We didn't include the IP address here. How would it know where to go? How would you know where to go? chmod, I think we're good. At target. Password at target. We didn't put the target here. We are clearly wrong. All right, we need to do this. At the target. All right, let's see. At target. At target. Where's our target? It's over here. And you, for becoming a PI, you probably need a bunch of certifications other than just cyber, no? Login for user archetype / guest. Nope. So you're just gonna stay a cyber-oriented private investigator? Archetype / archetype. In Denmark, nothing is required. Nice. You can just do anything to anyone. No laws in Denmark. So kind of wired though. Weird, I think you want to say. Yeah, nothing's required. Yeah, kind of weird. So are you going to start your own business, or are you going to join a company that's established? How's that going to work for you? Line 1 login failed for user archetype. Yes. Damn it. Why are you failing? Sound like a Chinese parent. Oh, I'm just kidding. Why are you failing? I'm just kidding. It's just like the memes online are influencing me. All right. Why this not work? Oh, let's see. Working. Okay. Command syntax you pose is correct, so when it doesn't work, the cause is most likely one of these specific issues. Connection refused, login for user, Kerberos, TDS. Requires coding or escaping. Yours is safe. So this is not the cause. A very common issue, password contains special characters. Your password contains, so there's not a problem here. Okay. Hello, VRD, excuse me. VRD VN29. Hello. Good to see you. Wow, we're seeing some folks that we haven't seen in a little bit. My goal is to still have my. It's my goal. I still have 4 years of school. Oh wow, you're good. Ah, okay, yeah, you talked about school earlier. That's so good. Having a cyber background in your pocket and then still having. Wait, so you were working on in the Danish Navy before even studying? That's interesting. Try explicitly running with Python. I think Python is running. I don't think this is the issue. Okay, nmap p this. I think it is reachable. To open expected MS SQL. So there's probably some wrong parameters or something. Oh wow, nice. So you must be like, you must be like 21, no? What a good age. 4 years of school and then you're gonna become a PI. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. VRD, just for you to know, and for everyone watching that's joining recently, we're doing Archetype, which is a box that's on Windows, and we're not usually doing Windows here. I think I've been kind of avoiding it because I know it would be a bit difficult. 26. That would know it would be difficult, so we just kind of left it there. And now we're going back to it. We're going to finally doing it, and we have a box. A port is open over SMB. SMB is a service from Windows, and we are trying to log in with the credentials that we found already. These are kind of hard, not gonna lie. Oh, nice. I'm glad you're supporting us through this. Okay, MySQL, archetype, mega. Okay, so I know we're running this, and then there's an issue with it. It's affiliated companies error login 1 failed for user archetype guest. So I think there's something up here. Just before we click on any links or read any chats, folks, to let you fire missiles. This one was too tempting. Let me just check that archetype should not be lower caps. Archetype, let's see. No, login, okay. I am curious as to the domain that needs to be specified. Usually when I FTP SSH etc, domain is not one of the requirements to login. Please explain why the domain is relevant here. Let's hear it. And meantime, I'll read the chat. These are kind of hard, not gonna lie. 26, okay. I did the cyber in the army when I got hired. I did cyber train in Navy when I got hired at the Navy. I did the cyber train. Nice. Okay, wow, that's well man, you must be really trained. Damn. Too expensive to let you fire missiles. I mean, if they let you fire cyber missiles, that's also pretty cool. But you can do a lot of damage with a cyber missile. Not Petya. How many? A billion in losses? A bit more? Alright, CVLP. Oh, for cyber. I'm not sure how. I'm trying to do a Dutch accent, but I don't know what the Danish accent is. They don't have it in English. Oh my god. They could do a better design of their website, huh? I clicked on the link, I opened the menu, and then you can't see some of the menu because you can connect to Facebook. And there's notifications. For some reason, why would I get notifications? I'm not logged in or anything. But I guess cool photos. You still get to wear an outfit. Do they make you... Hey, Denmark don't do offensive operations. Yeah. You gotta take that power grid down. Yeah. Do they make you do physical exercise? Like we'll have to do pull-ups and push-ups and stuff like this. Okay, great question. This is where the heart of why Windows authentication is different from SSH FTP style. Okay, short answer. The domain is required because Windows Auth uses Active Directory, not a local application user database like SSH or FTP. You're just not authenticating to Microsoft SQL, you're authenticating to Windows Active Directory. And identity is an AD is a scoped domain. You're not just, excuse me, wow. I'm not paying attention here. The domain is required because Windows Auth uses Active Directory. Okay. Kuberos or NTLM, not a local application user database like SSH or FTP. So it's not local, it's more global, if I understand correctly. Sounds like fun. Oh wow, there's everyone arrived. We got XR coming in. I completely forgot you started back tonight, lol. All good, XR. Happy you're here. Welcome, welcome. You said yes? Oh yeah? Though you'll do exercises? So no one's really... Folks, we're asking Cyber Doctrina some questions about their work as a... Because they used to be in the Navy doing cyber operations for the country of Denmark, who's actually getting a lot of media attention lately, in the past month. So... Yeah, ask them some questions. So there's no one really like that's like big, right? Or so they'll make you do push-ups and pull-ups. Hopefully, no offensive operations. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone says they just do defense, right? No one has attack capabilities, right, Lily? Right, good to see you, Lily. Hello, hello. How are you going to stop Trump from taking over Greenland then? Okay, now we're getting political. I like it. 4 months in the woods before 6 months of trading in cyber. In the woods, oof. Sounds like 4 months in the woods. Nice. Sounds like fun. It's fun. It's basic training. All I can apply for it. All can apply for it. Really. Typical employee. Hello. Welcome. Just Co59 token. As a token. As a token of my career. I'm sorry. Let's go, folks. Let's get political. Send your hot takes in the chat. I may regret that later, but go for it. Send your hot takes. Greenland, climate change. Throw it in there. You're just not. You just. Are you just? No, you're just not going to directory and identify ID is scoped by domain. Why SSH FTP usually don't need a domain? So SSH FTP is very local. Free Iran. Okay. Well, Grout, hello. Wow, everyone came all at once. Free Iran. Nice. Hey, Grout, it's been a bit. Good to see you. Grout, free Iran. Okay. Free Iran. Okay, I like that. I like that. SSH ILS. Okay. Server. No global identity is involved. What changes with my SQL? So folks, since there's a bunch of you, I'm not sure what we're up to apart from sending hot takes on current events. We're doing the box that's called archetype, and it's supposedly very easy, but it's not really because we've never really done Windows boxes. Just I think we tend to avoid them because they look scary. So we broke into it. We found when I say broke into it, we found a TCP port. We found something that we could go into. We got some credentials, and now we can leverage Microsoft SQL.Python in order to log in. And we're not really sure how to do it. We're not really sure how to do it because we think that there might be an issue with the domain. Is this a revenge box? No. No, it's not. I got the title wrong. XR. I thought we had more revenge boxes to take care of, but I think we did them all. So this is a new one. The stream title was a lie, folks. It was a lie. I didn't know it at the time, but it's a lie. All right. Anyway, with this said, if you're still on the stream after this huge betrayal, let's the cake is a lie. Yes. Where's this from? Is this a famous quote? The cake is a lie. All right. In the meantime, yeah, I think there's something up with the domain. There's something up with the domain. Half-life quote. Ooh. Sounds pretty deep. Wish I have more time. I wish I played other things than League of Legends in my gaming career. All right, archetype. Type. I'm not sure what's. We need to find the domain in order to get into it. So, folks, there's definitely something up with our thing here. I think it most likely is archetype. Correct. Portal, isn't it? Some great games here. The cake is a lie. ¿Qué significa? I think some people went really deep in the analysis. The cake is a lie es una frase icónica del video Portal 2007 de Val popularizado con un meme de internet para indicar que una recompensa prometida es falsa o inalcanzable. Wow, so feels like the wrong system. Okay, so let's stop getting distracted. It's a very interesting quote. The cake is a lie. That's a really good one. It's a really good quote when you think about it. Anyway, kind of weird that the password is there. Kind of feels like the wrong syntax. So ChatGPT told us it was right. What I don't know though is the domain part. I don't think we've talked about it any time. How good are you at SQL? I love SQL. I'm okay at it. I'm very okay at it. But I don't think we're going to spend a lot of time. See, here we're already asking how to spawn a Windows command shell. So there's none of that. Okay. So what do we here, folks? We need to find a domain. There might be a syntax issue. All right, let's go back on it. Let's see if we can find together a syntax issue. All right. So it's all the way at the bottom here. We're looking here. MS, or maybe you can clear and then retype it, and then retype it. Whoopsies, not clear. This one. So MS Python Windows auth archetype. It says encryption required, switching to TLS, looking for TLS flag. Switching to TLS, line 1, login field, archetype that guessed. And that's okay, no, this makes sense. Switching to TLS, you don't want UDP for transferring sensitive files, no? But for creating a connection. Does that make sense? XR? Line 1, login failed for user archetype guessed. We're not using SMB to get the share now, so you don't really need the domain here, just the IP. TLS is not equal to TCP. All right. It's different things. Okay, I forgot. You're right, I got confused between the two. Sorry, let's see it. Let's see it without the domain. Vamos. Login fail for archetype guessed. I like getting rid of the domain, huh? I don't think it's very useful, but we're using SMB to get the share now, so you don't really need it. So folks, let me just give you a little bit of background. We went to cd home slash what? We went to archetype. ls. So this is how we, this is the configs we got. Cat p. So this is the config that we got. This is what we're in for. Maybe I can make it full screen, a little bit bigger. This is the credentials that we're given. Whoopsies. This is the credentials that we're going to given, and this is how we got the ID is equal to archetype, SQL SVC, translate is equal to false. Maybe you can recat to make it longer, but now you see my face is hiding it. I'm gonna be weird and suggest changing the de to da. Oh, ooh, I like this weird comment XR. All right, this. Ooh, which one? Where do you want to switch it? Over here? You want to switch it here? But this is the common thing for executing. But hey, if XR says it, who am I to question it? Let's freaking go. Command not found. Or use the whole line. Okay, one sec. Let's go back to this. Use the whole line. Argument, use the whole line. Alright, did we forget user again? We need to do user actually. No? No such file directory. Ah, right. Yeah, we're no longer in the same area. Got it. See? There you go. Archetype SQL. Oh, okay. Okay. One sec. We'll take this. Instead of this, we'll add it here. User share examples. All right, Python 3, this is a user archetype. And now, Cyberdoctrina told us to use the whole line. So you can't see it here, we can see it here. Our ID is a archetype / SQL SVC. All right, so let's use it. Was this what you meant when you said reverse slash? XR. SVC. Yeah. Nice. My net is crapping out. Boom. No such file directory. No. Why is there no such... Why doesn't this work? I should be able to cat it, for instance, right? Más o menos. You speak Danish now. From the ID is equal to... One sec. This. Because they're not finding this, so... This is the first issue we have. Alright, this is working. So why is this not working? Right? Because it says here... No such file directory. Bruh. You're kidding me, right? Oh, I think we need a second slash maybe. What about this? Because the first one is to execute, and the second one is to dot at the front, is looking for the current directory. No, you need to lose a dot. This is what it's for. This is what the dot is for. Ay. Makes so much sense. Thank you, folks. Very helpful. Yeah, you speak Danish now. Nice. GG. Alright, well, we didn't get anything yet. Let's see. Unrecognized argument U. Yeah, that was from before. And I think you told us SQL SVC. Let's see it. Encryption. Okay, line login file archetype guest. See it didn't seem to register this. GG, well played. Guys, All we did was pointing to the right place. We didn't actually move forward in the box. GG. It's like we achieved everything. All right. Yep, USR would refer to the user folder in your current directory. Nice. That would technically work if your current directory was this. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. I get it. Makes sense. Pretty cool. I didn't think about it. All right. Archetype. So. I need to sneeze. Nope. I don't. Maybe try SQL SVC. Okay, you want to try without the... Because the reason why we want to focus on SVC here is because if we look over here, we see that configure data source equal to password. Megacorp123, so good. And the ID is equal to archetype. This. Let's just finish reading here. Archetype SQL SVC, initial catalog provider SQL N CLI 10. It looks like a discount. SQL CLI 10. 10% at checkout. Oh, 10.1. Okay. It looks a little bit less like a coupon. Persist security info is equal to true. Auto translate false. Okay. I said I was being weird, but no, I was being correct. Lol, nice. XR, the unspoken hero. Let's see. Oh! What does this mean? Switch into TLS will value master USC English. Ah, nice. Well done, folks. Cyber Doctrina and XR working together. XR is the support. Excuse me. Grout is the support. Nice. We did it, folks. Cool, cool. All right, archetype SVC. Darkmaster. What do you do? Let's try LS. No. Okay. We're screwed. Then we need to find. So we got into there. What extended stored procedure of Microsoft SQL Server can be used in order to spawn a Windows command shell? OS system or something like that. All right, let's see if any AI can give us the answer. XP CMD shell extension procedure is used to spawn a command which can execute the operating system commands. All right. Pure talent. XP, oopsies. XP CMD shell. Awesome. Let's do it. We put it here. Woohoo. Skills. Injection. I like where this is headed. What skill can be used in order to search possible path to escalate privileges on Windows host? Is it LinPeas? LINPEAS. Ooh, is it LinPeas? No, it can't be, no? LinPeas is for Linux. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, fine. Fine. Good old WinPeace. WinPice. Incorrect flag. So talented, you AI the answer before asking, right? That's freaking talent right there. Alright, let's just paste this. Wait, that didn't work? Could not find... Server block procedure assist Xcode command component because this component is turned off as part of the security configuration for the server. A system administrator can enable the Xcode command by using SP configure. For more information about enabling SP command, search for... Oh. Folks, we need to somehow enable XP CMD shell. Caramba. Good old can't type. It's okay. P-I-E-C-E, maybe. Peace would be like P-E-A-C-E. Win peace, no. We'll get to that later. We still need to get a XP command shell doesn't work. Damn. What is the time Pachita massacre self game we used to ignore spawn a command shell itself? So we need to enable it somehow. We need to enable XPM. Okay, so let's look again. It's WinPeas, so yeah. Ah, makes sense. LinPeas, WinPeas. Oh la la, I like that. Me gusta. Is anyone following this guy on Instagram? That's super cringe. Me gusta tu cuerpo. Oh my god. Is anyone following this guy? I think it's called Ben. I think someone was making a joke about it on another stream. It's so painful to watch. I like it though. I haven't gotten one of those in a while. No? No one? Okay. Nope, just you, lol. Okay. Can't type. It's privilege escalation for when Linux and make an PY server, upload it and have fun. Can't type. It's privilege escalation for Windows. Okay. Nice. And have fun. Oh man, I can't wait. We just need to get access to it to upload the file, no? What file contains the administrator's password? Can be used to spawn a Windows shell. XP CMD shell. Okay, so we need to figure out a way to make this alive. SQL server block access procedure sys XP as part of the security application configuration user. A submission about enabling a search for XMD XP CMD shell and the SQL. Archetype svc.master. Yeah, exactly. Ooh. Ooh, all right, we're in SQL. That's true. Select all. Select all from all. All right. Who is it? The nerd that like SQL? I say this in a good way, yeah. Someone was getting excited about using SQL. It's VRD VN29. Likes using love SQL. Loves it. Select all. Show all. Okay. Show. Man, I didn't know people got excited about SQL. VRD having the time of their life. I don't know which gender you all are. Show all. Select all. Show all. Are you sure about that? At this point, you just need to figure out how to enable this one using SQL. Okay. I never said I knew SQL, lol. Yeah, that felt weird. Show all. Select all from this. I have, well, let's just do it all caps. Access to an SQL database. How can I understand what it contains? Give me example of commands commands that and what they do. We're taking out caps because I'm going to get a headache from this. All right, gonna 1 week course learn that ChatGPT is the way to go about it. AI will respond with, "Why are you yelling?" That's really good. Calm down, sir. Got a 1 week course learn that ChatGPT. Hey, Cyberdoctrina, in Danish, do you have the... So, folks, in English, there's only one way to speak to a person. It's you. But in many other languages, actually in all the other languages that I know, English is the only one that doesn't do this. We speak to people in different ways depending on how close you are to them. So if you're very close to your sister or your brother, your friend, you call them one way, and your teacher or someone you don't know, you'll call them another way. And then, and I'm thinking about this because it's so weird to me how ChatGPT speaks to me in this informal way. Du versus sie. What language is that? Are you making up one? There is. Okay, there is. And does ChatGPT refer to you in the familiar one? German? German has this too? Ah, du and sie. Okay. Ah. Lily of the Valley took German in school. And in Polish, of course, there is. But we don't use it, only formally. Ah, really? I think it's kind of like Spanish. You only use it for old folks. And it's super weird. I'm just saying this because it's super weird for me how I prompt ChatGPT very rarely in French, but when I do, it's very weird how close it is to you and says tu. It's like, ugh. Like, did we grow up together, or like with a person, if someone just comes up to me and says tu, it's not that bad. But if an AI does it, it's like it's somehow it strikes a chord that's not right with me. But we don't use it only formally. Okay. I would venture to say in English the equivalent of the initiation gets more vulgar outside of just you. Yeah. You can just say, "Hey, buddy." Like, buddy is like you're looking for a bone. All right, select name from sys database. All right, see what the database exists. All right, select name. So let's just run that, folks, and see what happens. We're gonna need to end the stream kind of soon. Okay, wow, there's a few here. Never mind, we don't need to end the stream. We got a few databases. Master TempDB. Okay, so, oh man, too bad our enthusiast of databases is not here anymore. VRD, the database enthusiast. All right, SQL archetype SVC DBO master TempD model. Folks, maybe I'm gonna need to get going. I need to get some work done. I need to get ready for my business trip. It was lovely seeing all of you folks. It's been a while since we've been all together. I don't know, Grout, I haven't seen you a little bit, so it was really cool seeing you. Cyberdoctrina, really cool too. I had a really fun stream today. Folks, I'm gonna go on a business trip from tomorrow until, and I'm gonna be back until Thursday. So I'm not gonna stream until Friday. Have a good trip. Thank you very much, Grout. I'll be back next go around. Get on top of work. We'll get revenge at a later date. I don't think there's a revenge yet. It's just like a continuation. But I like that how you think, XR. Revenge. Like, we'll get revenge on Friday, I think. And I'm gonna take some notes on this. And folks, there's day 100. I don't know if you saw on top of my head right here. Friday, 10th of February. We're at midnight. We're gonna do a 12-hour stream, and I'm gonna plan some videos to promote on LinkedIn. So there might be a bunch of random people in the chat, just former coworkers and stuff. I'm gonna promote a bit this 100th stream. If you have any ideas, folks, on what we can do, maybe I can ask now. We're gonna take notes on this. Do you have anything that you like with that you said, oh, I very much liked this in a stream or something? I'm not going to copy the idea exactly. Just, was there something that you particularly enjoy for a special event? Already have some ideas down. LinkedIn, wow, hey, yeah. I think I thought about Lily of the Valley is my partner, folks. She's cool with me saying it. Um, I thought about it during the last slope when we went skiing. I was like, it'd be fun. I think I was on the right. I was like, well, yeah, I think I should promote on LinkedIn. It's been a little bit just to give some news. And yeah, yeah, I haven't posted on LinkedIn in like a year and a half. A video. Um, so cool. So we'll take some notes on this. It, tell me, folks, if you have any cool ideas on what we can do for, on what we can do for the 100 stream. 100 stream, yeah, what's gonna be 100 stream? All right. So let's take some notes on this so that we don't come back on Friday completely lost. Cherry tree. Plus Limpies. All right. This one is called archetype. So here are the commands that we ran. All right, let's go. Oh wait, we didn't copy everything here. Do all the rooms in Hawkins? Nice. Maybe we're gonna do a bit of hacking. I also want to do some conversation. Like one thing that I plan, I don't know to what extent I want to spoil it or tell you folks. But I was planning to do a whole video on what is cyber insurance. It's not exactly hacking. I think it's something that people don't necessarily understand and a lot of people are interested by. So I'm going to do quite a long format video of where I explain everything about cyber insurance so that folks that are interested in this topic can get a good understanding. And I might post this as a YouTube video later just to promote the stream and to help out people who don't really know what cyber insurance is and how it works and everything. So how it gets triggered, what insurance do, what is the process, what are the legal battles that are going on in the background, all this. So I need to structure this. So I'm going to use also the workshop for that. So yeah, cool things like this that I have planned, but it's 12 hours, so we have a lot of time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive 12 hours of pure hacking. I think we're going to do a bit of both. We're going to do some hacking and we're going to do a bit of just having fun and talking about different topics. All right. Archetype, do this. Cool. This is for SQL. And now, next step, figure out how to run and burn yourself out on reverse engineering challenges. Ooh, that's a good one. Man, it's gonna be a random Tuesday and I'm gonna come in. Wow, it's gonna be a random Tuesday and I'll have 3 more days of work. I'll be like, I would just want to die. My brain will be fried for the rest of the week. Alright, I like this, Grout. Do we do this at the end? On host a CTF for viewers on. Yeah. Look, I'd love to, Grout. I think we need to wait for day 200 for this. I don't really know how to set up a CTF or anything. I think we can do it on day 200 or maybe day 250, something like that. I like that idea. I'll write it down. Bro ourselves down on a reverse engineering challenge. All right, I like that. When do I do this? Do I do this more at the end or at the beginning? So burn ourselves out on a reverse engineering challenge. And maybe we can do, okay, CTF, we can maybe do, you folks seem to like the idea of doing a challenge, a CTF for viewers. Maybe you can do it. I'd be in. Okay, CTF for viewers. CTF for viewers, and we can also have deployed one AWS with CTFD and Terraform. See, it kind of requires a bit of work there that I want to get better at cyber before I can start doing this kind of thing. But I'll write the idea. CTF hack the box pack, hack all things, level 1010. Apparently there's CTFs you can do. CTF for viewers, consider using... All right, CTF for viewers, consider using hack the box, or what did you recommend? Grout. Grout recommended using AWS plus. I'm guessing you get the EC2 from AWS, and then you get the CTFD. CTFD. I think we could make it with inside jokes and all. That'd be really fun. Oh no, that sounds really fun. We do a CTF, and then there's one you have to guess the password, and it's like inside jokes. There's like a spin the wheel. Oh, that'd be really fun to do our own one day. All right, folks, the time we're gonna do a CTF. The time we're gonna do a CTF is gonna be an amazing one. We're not gonna do it halfway. So no CTF on this one. We're not gonna do just a basic CTF. We're gonna do a fun one. And I'm gonna really think about it. But that's a really good one. We might do this for day 150, 200, 250. We'll see. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do this. Sounds really fun. What other idea that we have? Burn yourself out on reversing engineering challenges. Oh, I really want to do that. That sounds fun. It sounds fun for viewing. Maybe I can do this for the last 4 hours. But last 4 hours? Maybe. I think we need to end up on something a little bit explosive. I'll find out what we can do for the last hour. But I think it's a good idea to do it for 4 hours, maybe. From hour 7 to hour 11. And then for the last hour, we do another thing. I'm not sure what we'll do. But it sounds like fun. Dude, I can't wait for this day 100. We're gonna die. My longest stream so far was 5 hours, and that was exhausting. So, one of the CTF question is, what country is the map in the background? Oh, that's really good. Oh, we spent so much time on this one, Grout. Maybe we can do a Kahoot or something at the end of the stream. What will you guys know Kahoot? Kahoot. I think it's that IT. Kahoot. Enter game ID. Discover. Have you ever done this? But I've slept in them. My kids love Kahoot. If your kids love Kahoot, they should play with us. Make, present, learn. And what present can we make for someone? Yeah, in school. Nice. There should be a prize, I think. Oh, you're all gonna be out try-harding like crazy. I can feel it. Like, as a hacker community, we're gonna try to freaking hack this. But I want to make it fair, because sometimes Kahoots can be such bullshit. Yeah, in school loader. Nice. We can do a Kahoot or something. Kahoot for the end. What else? Wow. I thought about a few cool videos we could make as well. Some cool things that we could do together. But, all right, I'm going to tell you about it. and you can give me your feedback if you want. I thought about making a video that's called I click on every phishing link. And it's an idea where you folks transfer me some of your phishing emails, and then I run it into a sandbox and see what happens. What would have happened if you clicked and stuff like this. This is an idea for some time. I wonder if you have a feedback on this idea. Is this something you think you'd enjoy? Is this something that you think is doable? Is this legal, or what do you think? Das wasn't. Oh, took a lot of notes lately. Wimpy, just want to make sure that I get everything else well. You want to run malware in a sandbox? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Or click on phishing links and see what would happen, basically. And I think some of them might include malware. And this is what we want to see. What do you think about that? Is this a bad idea? ChatGPT told me it was a bad idea, but honestly, when does ChatGPT think that clicking on phishing links is a bad idea? Is a good idea. All right, we have this command. Do we need any other commands? Archetype, SQL. So do we really need this one? The full thing. Domain was not important. Hey, actually, this is the domain, no? Isn't this the domain? Archetype and then SQL as VC is the user. What about reverse? Well, phishing links is kind of overhyped. It's fun though because it feels very real. It's fun because it feels really real, right? It's like, what could have happened if you clicked on that link, kind of thing. And I think it's very much real. I feel like a lot of what we do is what could happen, but it's like when we do a phishing link, it's what could have happened, what would have happened in real life, kind of. If you have a 0 day, you can make something about phishing links. If not, you can push old exploits. Yeah. If you have a 0 day, you can make something about phishing links. If not, you can only use old exploits. I'm not sure if I follow you on this one about Doctrina. Cyber Doctrina. Of VX Underground. I don't think I am. XR. Phishing links is a human error. You can open. And the reason why I'm saying phishing links, I'm kind of reading chats in the wrong order. If phishing links is a human error, it is a human error, but behind it is usually like a malware or credentials phishing, etc. And we want to see what these look like and what someone could do to spot it. Or is this interesting? Like, there's a bit of pushback on this one, so maybe we won't do it. You can open it in any run, Choku or whatever, and open it in Gaidra and poke around for cool stuff. Ah, nice. You're talking about reverse engineering. Okay. This is a really good idea also for a regular stream, I think. As a nice alternative to doing boxes. Reverse engineering malware. Use. Open it in any run. Tsuko. And then Gaidra. I feel like I've heard Gaidra before. I feel like we've used it before. Gaidra to poke it around. Oh, nice. So exciting. Can't wait for this. Well, phishing is not really that big of a threat. Phishing links is not really that big of a threat. Oh, yeah? You don't think they're that big of a threat? I feel like we receive a lot of phishing all the time, and I think they're quite big of a threat. No, I mean individually maybe not, but as a whole. Radar. Radar E2, GBD. All right, I'm gonna write it more. Also, Radar E2, GBD. Nice. Okay, got that one. So really cool stuff, folks. I really appreciate that. Reverse engineering. My kids love Kahoots. Nice. I hope your kids are better now. Probably. No, it's been a little bit. They were a little bit sick last week. Hopefully they had a chill weekend. I like using Cutter as UI for Radar 2. Okay. Cool, folks. Cool. I think we took all the nodes that we needed here. Cat, we did got that. Windows, MySQL client. I think we're good. We got this. This we need to save. Okay, didn't save. Whatever. And I'm gonna restart the computer. Let's go into overall chill, and we're gonna end it here. Oh, Harold. I don't think I've seen you follow. I think something is wrong with my follow thingy, with my notification thingy. No? I was wondering when this person. Oh. A message from my landlord. Wow, qué pesada. Sorry. I got distracted by in my email. Folks, I'm gonna end the stream. Getting access using something as a link is not gonna happen. Okay. If you make an endpoint with legacy OS and programs and turn off the Defender, so will make sense. If you make an endpoint with legacy OS and programs and turn off Defender, etc., when it will make sense. So you're saying this as a make endpoint with legacy and programs and turn off Defender etc will make sense. If you make an endpoint with legacy OS and programs and turn off Defender, we will make sense. When it will make sense. Sorry, folks. I read an email that made me a bit upset, and now I'm distracted. If you make an endpoint with legacy OS and program, and turn off Defender, etc., when it will make sense. Okay. Getting access using something as a link is not going to happen else. Getting evicted right now. Yeah, fuck, man. No, there's no way. Spanish protection law is way too good for me to get evicted. It's way too good for me to get evicted. It's just it just feels like the landlord is a wealthy lady that doesn't work. You know, probably either benefited very much from her husband or inherited quite a bit of money, and she's pushing for like an extra 20 euros a month, whatever. And you're like, bro, like fuck off. Anyway, getting easy access using something as a link is not going to happen. Saying that phishing is going to be saying that phishing using a link is hard if you want to get access. Okay. Cool. Cyber Doctrina. I don't particularly get you on this one. If you want, we can talk about it another time. I'm gonna end the stream, folks. Sorry, I'm a bit bitter. I'm a bit bitter, but who isn't? Folks, thanks a ton for being here. Let me just check if there's anyone online from InfoSec streams. There's only us. Oh man, it's too bad there's no one after, huh? haven't seen your cyber mentor in a little bit. Have a good one. Thank you very much, Cyber Doctrina, for being with us the whole time, and thank you very much for all the extra folks that came afterwards. It was lovely having you. Ciao, folks. Take care. I'll see you Friday. Friday my time, so Thursday evening for you folks. Take care, folks. Ciao, ciao.